Hi everybody, I'm Jen with J&T Creations and Allegory Gallery. Welcome back to our channel. I have another fun Saturday project for us to work on. It's super quick and it's really cute. You're gonna love it. Some springtime earrings. Who doesn't love earrings, right? Let's get started. So for this project, some of the tools you'll need, round nose plier or a multi-tier bail maker are helpful. Some needle nose pliers, a little blunt nose there. Definitely want some flush cutters. And I like bent nose pliers, so I usually have those for every project I do. We are going to make this pair today, but I just lined up some other ones to show you some other variations you can do. These are Czech glass beads. You can use pretty much any coin bead if you want. These are melons, and these are also Czech glass. We've got the Czech glass mushrooms down here too, so it's really cute little spring project. And got some daisies incorporated there as well. So just a rundown of the materials you'll need. We've got a couple of pieces of 18 gauge wire. I like an 18 gauge for earrings because my ears have been pierced forever, so my lobes are a little bit stretched. But a 20 gauge wire is what you would typically use for an ear wire if you're gonna, sell them, or the average earlobe is not super overstretched. You will also need 2 ball pens, and then we have a couple of eye pens and the Czech glass flowers, the daisy spacers of 2 different sizes. These are itty bitty, and then we have the much larger daisy spacers. So again, we are going to make these earrings. These are just other examples. So I'm going to get these out of the way. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how to make the ear wires. These are real simple, basic ear wires. And I like to make them together so that you know you are getting 2 twin earrings instead of just sisters. So I'm going to use the smallest step on the bail makers. I'm going to get that wire at the very tip. Nothing is coming above there. This is how you get it nice and flush. And we're going to go around until you can't go anymore. Readjust that tool until you can feel that you're hitting the wire on the other side. So you got these cute little, I don't know, they look like eye pins, but they're going a little bit further to the side. We're going to put those exactly side by side. And I like to go on the 5th one. You can go on the 6th one if you want and make larger ones, but I like a little less metal. I want to see the beads, not the metal. So I'm going to put that nice and snug in between those 2 right there. Make sure that we're straight. And then I'm going to bend that around the tool until I come to those 2 loops I made. And I'm going to pull that tool out because we don't need that anymore. And grab on with my flat nose. Just give ever such a slight little, I guess you could call that almost 90 degrees there. And I did not measure my ear wire because I have been making them for so long. I just eyeball them. You're going to want about at least 1.5 inches to 2 inches. I have quite a bit of waste here because I just quick cut them. And I'm going to cut that a little bit right after that curve, holding on to them so that your wire doesn't fly all over. Sometimes it does anyway. And that's going to be a little bit rough, so use an emery board to file that off, or they do have a tool that you use to smooth out earrings. It kind of looks like like a bead reamer almost, but it is kind of like this, and it's cup shaped at the end. So you just put that in there and go like this, and it helps to smooth out that burr from that. You can see that I did use the bigger tool on these ones for the shop. But these ones right here, I like them itty bitty. I don't want to see too much metal. Let's get our scraps out of the way. Okay. So now we're just going to load up the ball pins with a daisy spacer and work simultaneously, so you know you're doing the same thing on both of them. So I got a daisy spacer in each one. I'm gonna put down the little flower, which I call it a mushroom. I think I called it a mushroom in the beginning too, because, well, that's the first time when I met this particular bead, I was like, that looks like a cute little mushroom. So they've always been mushroom beads to me, but in reality, they are flowers. And then we're going to put another tiny daisy spacer on each one. And you can do fancy loops to close these, or you can just do one quick, simple loop. So we're just going to do one simple little loop. I'm going to bend this wire 90 degrees, and I'm going to say that's probably about maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that. So I just gave that a quick 90-degree bend there. I'm going to do the same on this one. You can hear the robins outside. It's springtime. I'm going to put the small loop back on my tool. I'm just going to go around, rotate my tool, and come all the way back around. See? Very quick, very easy. So once again, that is all the way up against that bottom. I'm going around. Rotating my tool, bringing it all the way around, and then just realigning it. So I just cut that excess wire off right where that eye comes to pin there. And I'm cutting with the flat part of my flush cutters. And you don't have to worry about closing them right away, because they're going to need to go on to that eye pin after we load it up with all the other fun stuff. So the first thing we're going to load on this one is another itty bitty little daisy spacer. I don't know if you can see that in there. There's a lot of little hidden findings in these. Eye on the bottom. And this one happens to be open for some reason, so let's go ahead and close that. Next thing is a large daisy. Then this beautiful butterfly check glass, this little Picasso in there. Make sure your butterflies are facing the correct direction. Another large daisy. A little. your Czech flowers. And we do have some of these kits available already put together that William will create a listing for on the website. Save you from searching. And then our last itty bitty little daisy. All right. You can either, once again, just do the simple little loop at the end, or you can do a little coil at the top. And I like coiling because it's fun to do. What am I gonna do? The eye on the bottom needs to face in the direction where you can't look through it. I am going to, well, we can always adjust that at the end. So let's do it in the opposite direction that the eye is. I'm pretty sure that's the way it needs to go. Again, we can adjust that after if we realize that's not going the right way. I'm going to come above that daisy about 1/8 of an inch. Make sure all those beads are down. There we go. About 1/8 of an inch, and I'm going to do that 90-degree bend. So just for clarification, we are doing the 90-degree bend in the opposite direction that that other loop was open. So another 90-degree bend. There we go. And I went towards me. Stick my round nose or the bail maker in again, all the way up to the beads, going around, bringing that tool around. This is where sometimes the bent nose comes in handy when you run out of space. Straightening everything up. I'm going to do that again. Tool in, go around that. Straighten everything up. There we go. Now I'm going to do some coils to close it until we have no more wire left. This is one of those waste not, want not projects. Tuck in my end. Make sure everything's straight. There we go. Repeat on the second one. Notice when I get to the bottom, I stop, I let go, and I reposition my tool. And just closing that wire in real tight. These are no longer going in opposite directions. I'm just twisting that a little bit. Now everyone is matchy-matchy. Open up this eye just a little bit more. You're going to open this the same way you do a jump ring. Always to the side, never like a Pac-Man mouth. Load that through the bottom. Close it. Close it up. There we go. Open up the eye on our ear wire. Close it. And then repeat. And there you have it. Two darling little springtime earrings. Very simple, very quick. I think the longest part of this is picking out your beads. And there are so many variations. Have fun with this. I'll show you those variations again. There's that one. This one has no dangle for those that like a nice short earring. And then here is the dangle again in just a slightly different color. There you have it. Very quick. Have fun. Thank y'all so much for watching again. I hope I went slow enough that you could follow along and see all the steps. I would love to see what y'all create, so please feel free to go on to Allegory Gallery Design Challenges and post your creations. If you like this video, please like and hit that subscribe button. Take care, y'all.